Good afternoon, everyone. It's Wednesday, it's around 5 o'clock, and I was just sitting here thinking about something that I thought I would discuss with y'all. Um, I never had been around pit bulls very much, and since I moved here to Amarillo, they're everywhere. Pit bulls are just everywhere here. Now, this neighbor across the street has a pit bull. Now, I'm going to show you something. You see that hole under the fence? I sat here and watched one day while that pit bull it would run and jump on the fence, and I thought it was going to knock the gate down. But then it didn't knock the gate down. It just chewed the whole bottom out from under it. And then he got his body hung under it, and I didn't know what I was going to do because the neighbor wasn't home, or I would have gone and told him about his pit bull. But luckily, when he did get home, and the pit bull was already back in the yard, he got himself back. But yeah, he chewed that up. I mean, just he's lived there for a while. I don't know why he just chose that day just to jump and tear that up. And then the saddest story, my daughter lives here in Amarillo, and she has a little chihuahua. She had a little chihuahua, a little tiny one, that my mother and daddy had given her. They had a litter, and she was real attached to that little dog, because my dad died 2 years ago, and that was the last thing that he gave my daughter Shannon. And so she got home from work and let the little puppy out to go to the bathroom. Well, little did she know that the pit bull in the yard next to her house had dug a big hole under the fence that day. And suddenly she heard some wailing and whining, and she ran outside, and that pit bull, her little puppy, had gotten under that fence where that pit bull had dug, and that pit bull had her in his mouth. Well, Shanna couldn't go into the fence. She's afraid he'd get on her. So she ran around to the front door and asked them, "Could you get my dog, please?" And they did, and she rushed it to the vet, but it died. So sad. And then I'm sitting out in my back by the garage a few days ago, going through some boxes. I'm still sorting through things from where I moved. And this pit bull walks right up to me. And I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope he's not fixing to jump on me. And he finally walked off. I'm like, oh, my heart was beating so fast. It's just that there's a lot of pit bulls that run loose here. There's another guy down the street, and his pit bull runs loose half the time. The people that live in this house with the brown shutters have 2 pit bulls. This gentleman just has 1. And then down the street, all the way down the street, the guy has a pit bull. And I'm not against people having pit bulls. I know they make great pets for some people. But all dogs they are all prone to, like the little ankle biters, like my little Pomeranians. They're yappers. And I guess pit bulls, I guess it's just in their DNA that they want to kill little things that run fast. And maybe that's why he got that little dog. He knew the dogs were over there because he dug under. And he had never dug under before. But I just wonder if y'all have any problems with pit bulls. And I know people say, oh, don't be afraid. I've always been a little bit afraid of them because my daughter had a friend in the 2nd grade that the pit bull got under the fence and bit her and tore her tear duct out. She had to have a lot of surgeries on her face, and they had to put an artificial tear duct in. And the dog knew her. It was just for no apparent reason. I mean, she'd been around the dog before, but I guess it's just in their DNA, maybe. Like terriers dig, that's in their DNA. Great Pyrenees are guard dogs. They guard the livestock. My dad had a couple of them. Keep predators off. I guess the DNA in pit bulls is, I don't know what it is. I wish I knew. But all I know is that they must like to chew. because he absolutely chewed every board off of that fence, and the man's going to have to replace his gate. And they must like to dig out, and they must like to run free, because there's a lot of pit bulls around here. Oh, and by the way, the dog that killed my daughter's little dog, the owner had 2 pit bulls. One of them got loose the day after the other one killed my daughter's dog. The owner's other pit bull got out. So it seems it's hard to keep them fenced. I don't know. I do know that there's a lot of them roaming around here, though. So I don't know. It must be really hard to keep them fenced. Do y'all ever have any problems with pit bulls, or do you know anything about them? They seem like loving pets, but then it scares me because you just don't know what they might decide to do. Like the day this one dug this fence up, there was no reason. I don't know. I just have my 3 little Pomeranians, and the worst thing they're gonna do is nip at your heels, and mine don't even do that. It's kind of strange about dogs and their tendencies. It's a nice afternoon here, so nice on the porch here in Amarillo, Texas. Green trees, everything's greened up. It's so pretty. I'm so glad that it's not winter anymore. So yeah, y'all come on over and please subscribe and share my videos. I'm trying to do a little vlog and trying to break into the vlogging community and different communities. I was in the dog community for a long time, and I still want to be in it, but I want to do other things. So come on and press that like button and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. All right, God bless you all from Amarillo, Texas. Have a good evening, and God bless.